Turismo is going to be a better classic than it was a new car. I think when the Gran Turismo came out, that it came out right before they had the 0 to 60, in 3-4 seconds type of race between all these different car companies. So now you'll see that everything is so focused on the 0 to 60 time, 0 to 60 in 3 point whatever, 0 to 60 in 4 point whatever, and 2 point whatever, so right now it's like everybody's in a horsepower race, everybody's in a race to see who can make the fastest street legal car, essentially, and the Gran Turismo, aside from it being a Grand Touring car and, weighing about 4,000 pounds or some change, this car actually, again, in my opinion, was made before the 0 to 60 race, and the fact that the Gran Turismo is still one of the prettiest looking cars on the road, as a lot of people watching this video will agree, is where it'll take it into it being a classic, a noted classic, right? So the car looks so good, like that. Even the 08s, if you see a 08, 09, it doesn't seem like it's such an old car. It doesn't even look, that car doesn't even look like it came out in 2008. It doesn't look like. And then if you see, let's say you see a second generation one like this one is, right? So you see this one, this car doesn't look like it came out in 20. Really, the front is really kind of based off the MC design, but it doesn't look like this car came out in 2013. It doesn't look like this car is 10 years old. And I guess also because when you see them, they don't usually have a lot of miles on them, so they don't look all, like they've been through, a lot of driving. So a lot of them still look pretty much fresh. So you don't see. The cars still look good. Design-wise, these cars look just like, that right there. You get a lot of people that look at this car. You get a lot of people that have never seen this car before. And I know you guys that are in, Midwest states or, states that don't have as many people as, say, New York or Texas or something like that, California, Florida, where a lot of these cars go, what they call a big money state or whatever. You get a lot of looks in this car. You get a lot of attention. This car definitely is, how you doing? This car definitely brings a lot of attention. Again, a lot of people have never seen it. They might have seen pictures of it. They might have seen a video of it on YouTube, but seeing it in person, again, it's a whole different thing. Just like that car just drove by, they were admiring the car. So, you'll get some people that, will say something. You'll get some people that don't. You'll get some people that, just want to look at it. Today, actually, what inspired the video is when I was driving around, just taking the car out, really just to get the car out the house. Get me out the house. Again, this car is one of those cars that, if you're single, or more of a loner type, it's definitely a good car for you to get you out the house, get you active, have you, meeting new people. This car will open, some doors for you in terms of, new relationships, meeting new people, meeting people that, want to live on a certain level, have a certain lifestyle, are doing pretty well in life. So, this car, it is that kind of car where it's like, once you buy one, people start to take you very seriously. People start to look at you in a way like, okay, he's doing something, or she's doing something, because ladies like this car too. Quite a few females. Actually, the person who the first Gran Turismo I ever saw was owned by a female. It was a female driving it. So, that was years ago when I was a kid. That was, so I'm not gonna act like women don't drive it, because they definitely do. Women love this car. Again, if you're a single male, A lot of women do gravitate towards the car. I don't think it's because it costs a lot of money. I just think because they never really saw it. A lot of people, again, these cars don't cost that much on the used market, but there weren't that many of them made worldwide. I think there's like maybe 30,000 roughly. I haven't checked the numbers in a while. Somebody put it in the comment section how many Granturismos, how many Grand Carrios were made. And the weird part is that they're actually kind of considered two different cars in some weird way. But again, if you're a single male, this car definitely attract a lot of attention. If you're a single female, you'll attract attention from males that are on a certain level, I would say. So it's good if you're looking for it for that. Me, I just like the car. But it does come in a lot of attention. Again, now, another thing that you'll get with this car, okay, and what actually prompted this video today, is you will get people that want to pull out their phones and film the car, okay, because you don't see them like that. So if you buy one, come into it knowing that those are possibilities. Come into it knowing that, a lot of kids like this car because it's in video games. So a lot of them, especially when you're on the highway, I get a lot of kids that are in like minivans or SUVs, pointing out the back window or pointing, out the, pointing out the car, pointing at this car. So, again, come into it knowing that you are going to get attention. I will say, I think the coupes get more attention than in that aspect versus a convertible, only because the coupes, I think, are in the video game. I'm not sure what the convertibles are, but again, when you come into this, know that you are gonna get a bit of attention from kids, a bit of attention from people in their 20s, even older people, all types really, but a lot of the kids seem to really gravitate towards this car more than I thought. Again, when I was just driving around, there was a couple walking, or it looked like a couple. I can't say they were a couple, but they looked like a couple. And the woman, pulled out her phone and started to record the car, as I was driving by. Right. So, again, stuff like that will happen. When I was looking at purchasing one, I didn't know the car got this kind of attention, this level of attention. Most people on the forums didn't really, they didn't. I don't know if they didn't know that they were getting all this attention, or they just weren't, I don't know what they were thinking, but, me personally, I've received a bunch of attention in this car. If I would have known that this car got all of this attention, again, I'm not even sure I would have bought it, okay, because it gets a lot of attention, okay? You can't drive around in it and people not know who you are. Everybody's gonna know. Can't hide in it, it's not that kind of car. It's definitely an attention getter. The sound alone, I had a cop, and again, this is a small town, but I had a cop pull up next to me and told me that I sound like I'm going 200 miles an hour, and he was laughing, but again, this car draws a lot of attention, it does. And I didn't even see the cop for him to hear me, really. So again, it goes to show you that the car does draw a lot of attention. I think it draws a lot more attention in the street than it does on YouTube. I think that's the difference between, say, the Gran Turismo and the Lamborghini. Any Lamborghini, any Ferrari like that. I think that, and I don't even think Ferraris draw as much attention on YouTube as they do in the street. But this car draws a lot of attention in the street. Okay. Come into it knowing that kids are going to point at it. They're going to talk about it. If say, like right here, right? If there was a whole bunch of people out here and I was sitting on a bench, say over there or wherever, you'll hear people walk by and talk about the car. It's that kind of car where, it gets mentioned and gets noticed. You're going to get filmed. People are going to take pictures of it. People are going to take pictures by it. So, I've had kids take pictures in front of the car, when I walked away from it. So, I just happened to see it. So again, a lot of this stuff. Now, what I'm going to say is it's not on Lamborghini level, where, you know, Lamborghinis cause crowds and, you know, it's a little bit hectic. It's not that kind of level. It's like, I would say this, like a Lamborghini's a 10. This is probably, you know, a 7.8, 7.8, 7.9, not quite an 8, you know, but you're up there. You know, if the Lamborghini gets 10 people pulling out their phones, you're going to get 2, you know, maybe 3, you know. You're both going to get crowds of kids, though, you know. You will. You get a bunch of women that look at the car. A lot of women never seen this car before. A lot of women have seen, no, not a lot of women have seen, but a lot of women do look at this car. You know, I don't know what it is, you know, but a lot of women do look at this car, especially the front of it, you know. Like right in here, you always see women trying to figure out, I guess because they've never seen it, but you always see them trying to figure out what it is, you know. I've had, you know, females ask me, what is it? You know, what is this thing on the front, you know? So you get again, you get a lot of attention, a lot of attention. Sometimes the wrong attention. Now, this car can bring the wrong attention as well, the wrong element, because people, you know, think you have a pocket full of money, and, you know, they might want to get some of it, you know. So you do get a lot of attention with this car. So I would definitely say, you know, be wary where you drive it, where you park it, because you definitely will have to be mindful, you know. Let's go around one more time. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to talk about. Now, I will say, you know, I get this kind of attention in this dark color. Okay, this is a gray that looks black. You know, as you can see on some parts of the car looks black. You know, some people have said it looks brown. Some people even said it looked blue. So, you know, but I get a lot of this attention in this color, in this dark color. Okay, this is not a color that catches your eyes when it goes by. All right. So guys who are looking at blues and yellows and whites and reds, and you guys are probably gonna get way more attention, you know, than you are. I would probably say, you know, blue, yellow, white, green. I mean, blue, yellow, red, green. You're probably gonna get, you know, a lot of attention. You know, I'm saying I'm getting this attention. Everything I said that happened to me happened with this color. So if you get a brighter color, expect to get a little bit more of attention. You know, expect to get a little bit more attention, really, because you know, those other colors, especially blue and the green and the yellow. You know, as soon as you drive by, you know, some people their eyes pick up the color. You know, especially blue and that green. You know, so. And yellow, you know. So again, be mindful. If you don't want as much attention, you know, from the car, I would say get a black. Maybe this color, if you can find it. This color is a little bit more rare, but if you can get a black, get maybe a silver, you know, and that'll, you know, maybe tone it down a bit. Don't expect not to get any though, because you definitely still will. Because again, all the stuff that I'm saying, all this attention, all of the reactions. Again, you're gonna get kids that, you know, when you drive by, they're gonna tell you to rev it, and you know, all of that. You know what I mean? All of that's with this dark color. So, yeah. I didn't even mention the rev battle. So let me talk about that. So you're gonna have kids, okay, tell you to rev the car when you drive past them. You're gonna have people on the highway, okay, race up to you and start revving on the side of you, trying to get you to race. You're gonna get so many muscle cars that want to race you. Challengers, you're gonna get BMWs. Yeah, you're gonna get like some JDM cars, not nothing like a Skyline or a Supra. They're not gonna do anything, but like, I don't know, man. Like, most of the other types of JDMs are gonna try to mess with you if they feel like they got a little, enhancement under that engine. They feel like they can mess with you, you know. One car I did have fun with, somebody had Audi's, was the Jaguar F-Type. I did have fun with that. Going on the back roads. Another car I had fun with was an old school, actually got a Ferrari, not a GTB, a GTE, I believe, which is the first Grand Touring Ferrari. There's a dealership out there, I think that has one. I saw somebody driving it in the back roads and playing keep up with them. That was fun. That was like a commercial. That should have been a commercial for Ferrari, to be honest with you. I actually talk about that in another video. But yeah, I really just wanted to do a video on the attentions, the reactions that you're gonna get. Pretty much, I've had a few people tell me that they love the car, ask me about the car, ask me about the engine, ask me how much horsepower it came with. I've had people ask me how much I paid for the car. You know what I mean? So you're gonna get prepared for all these different types of questions, all this different type of attention. And again, this isn't this dark color. If you get a lighter color or you get a loud color, expect the attention meter to go up. Now, do I mind the attention? Sometimes I want it. I mean, not want it, but sometimes I don't mind it. But sometimes it does get like, sometimes you don't want it because you're not in the mood. Life still happens to you. So sometimes you're just not going to be in the mood for the attention. Some people do daily drive it. I do daily it, but I don't drive every day. So, my daily drive is like maybe once every 3 days. I definitely try to get it out. If it's sitting for 4 or 5 days, I try to get it out just to at least keep the battery going on it and charged, So, yeah, so I really just wanted to do a reaction video, attention video on this car. I'm going to do one on the R129 SL500. I think a lot of people will be surprised the kind of reactions that you get. And I'm actually might compare them to this car. So, yeah, guys, hit the like, share, subscribe button for me. Join the VSOP Club. Turn on all post notifications so you're in tune when I drop a video. And I'm out. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one.